Hello and welcome to the review of the movie Torot electric scooter. And you might be wondering why I'm dressed like a Power Ranger but still riding an electric scooter through the city. Well, if you buy a BMW R1200GS, it seems that you have to change the clutch at 23,000 kilometers, which is a fucking piece of shit if you ask me, okay? So yeah, I had to leave my motorcycle at the service to get the clutch changed at 23,000 kilometers. So now I'm riding home on this lovely movie Toro electric scooter and I'm going to do a review of it. So first of all, it's really dirty because it's a rental scooter, of course. Second of all, it, it doesn't really have that, like punch to the throttle. Although they're supposed to be limited to 50 kilometers an hour. I think I just hit 53 on this one, which means that it goes beyond its built maximum speed. There are not a lot of options on this scooter. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttons. Yeah, we have the high and low beam button, we have the turn signal button, we have the nice honk, we have the on off, and then we have the set button, which I think changes the information that is displayed on this really good monochromatic display, but it's an electronic display. So yeah, it doesn't do anything. What about the range, you might ask? So I think it's got 65% battery left, and it's good for 48 more kilometers, but it will not be good for 48 more kilometers after I get home with it, because I'm going to be riding it at its top speed. Yes, I reconfirm that maximum speed is 53 kilometers per hour. But it only holds that for a couple of seconds, I think, until it realizes that it's supposed to be limited at 50, and then it pulls back on the speed. The brakes are not my favorite. First of all, I don't know which one is the front brake and which one is the rear brake, because both of them are on levers. But it doesn't really matter, because you really have to pull on both brakes to stop. One of them alone will not do the job. What else can I tell you? It has a couple of storage spaces here in the front, under the handlebars, which seem to be kind of deep, and they could make life difficult to get something out of them if you decide to put something inside. On the other hand, I really like this hook here, because if you go shopping, let's say to buy a loaf of bread, or I know, some tomatoes, some grapes, you can just hang the bag here, which is really good. And the scooter I'm on came with an optional extra. It has this top case here, in which the rental helmets reside. You get an L helmet and an S helmet. What else can I say? It comes with a central stand, which isn't stock in most adventure motorcycles now. You have to buy it as an optional extra. The wind protection is practically inexistent. I hope you understood that this entire review was a joke, because I'm not picking on this poor scooter here. It's an electric rental scooter. It's a really good idea. I mean, for the city it's perfect, and if it weren't for these electric scooters, I would have to go home in a taxi right now. I would have to pay 20 times more than I'm going to pay for renting this scooter. Okay, now let's talk a bit about the clutch on my GS. The last time I went to the service to change my tires, I was sitting at a traffic light, kind of like I'm doing now, and I was trying to put the bike into neutral. I tried to move it forwards and backwards, put it into first gear, start moving a bit, then trying to put it into neutral again. Nothing worked. I went to the service, the guys did a probefahrt, they said. They took it for a test ride and said that the clutch is shut. But my motorcycle has 23,000 kilometers. I tried to explain to the guy that maybe they should try to find the reason why the clutch is fucked at 23,000 kilometers, and he said that it's my style of riding. If you have seen just one other episode on this channel, you might have realized that I'm a really shit motorcycle rider, but I don't think I'm that shit that I'm able to fry a clutch after 23,000 kilometers. It's not like I constantly slip it. I'm so really pissed off, and it's really expensive to change. I talked to my buddy Bogdanel, who's a mechanic, and he suggested bleeding the clutch. I tried to talk to this guy this morning when I left the bike and tell him that maybe the culprit is not my riding style, but the fact that there is air in the clutch hydraulic system, or there is a problem with the master cylinder of the clutch. He wouldn't fucking listen. He just said, no, somebody took a test ride with your bike and the clutch is fucked and you need to change it. So I am now going home and basically waiting for the phone call to tell me how much it cost and when I can go pick up the bike. I've actually thought about this a bit more, and regardless whether it was the clutch to blame for my shifting issue or not, I'm still going to be pissed, because if it was not the clutch, I'm going to be pissed at the service that told me it was the clutch, and if it were the clutch, I'm going to be pissed at BMW that the clutch on a GS goes out after 23,000 kilometers. Unfucking believable, man. I'm back on my scooter on my way to BMW to pick up the bike. They just called me earlier and told me it was ready. The repair costs just shy of 700 euros, and I'm really curious if the bike will shift gears easier now, more smoothly. I'm riding in a semi-tucked position to be more aerodynamically efficient. Also, I bet it's really funny for people in the cars around me. Okay, I'm back to get the bike. It's the moment of truth. Let's see what the new clutch feels like. Does it feel any different or whatever? I feel absolutely no difference between the way the bike rides now and the way the bike rode before. Just went back to the shop and had a chat with the lead mechanic regarding the state of my old clutch. He said that it was completely fried. When I asked him how it is possible for a clutch to be fried at 20,000 kilometers, he just raised his shoulders and said he didn't know. But he also said that he did a test ride with my bike before and after changing the clutch, and said that after the change was done, the bike felt as if it had a completely new gearbox. I don't know, man. For me, it feels exactly the same. It rides the same, it shifts the same, it makes the exact same noise when shifting into first gear or from second to third. Nothing changed. Oh, shit. Anyway, what do you guys think? Have you ever heard of a motorcycle clutch being fried at 20,000 kilometers? Please let me know about it in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.